Welcome back to Animal Realm, where we explore the mysteries and marvels of wildlife from around the globe. In today's special episode, we delve into the shadowy world of one of Southeast Asia's most elusive and majestic creatures, the Indochinese tiger. Known for its striking stripes and powerful presence, this tiger is not just a symbol of wild beauty but also a pivotal species in the ecosystems it inhabits. Today, we're going to uncover everything about the Indochinese tiger, its characteristics, the threats it faces, and the crucial efforts being made to ensure its survival. Whether you're a wildlife enthusiast or just curious about nature, this episode promises to bring you closer to understanding these magnificent tigers and the challenges they face in the wild. Stick with us as we track the tale of the Indochinese tiger, from its historical reign over vast territories to its current status as one of the world's most endangered big cats. Let's get started on this wild journey. Understanding the Indochinese tiger. Let's start our exploration with the basics of the Indochinese tiger by diving into its scientific classification. Knowing where this tiger fits into the tree of life not only helps us understand its biological context but also its evolutionary significance. The Indochinese tiger, scientifically known as Panthera tigris corbeti, belongs to the domain Eukaryota, which includes all organisms whose cells have a nucleus enclosed within membranes. This is a fundamental category that separates them from bacteria and archaea, which lack nucleus-bound organelles. Moving deeper into its classification, the Indochinese tiger is part of the kingdom Animalia, meaning it is a multicellular eukaryotic organism that feeds on organic material, breathes oxygen, and is able to move. It belongs to the phylum Chordata, which includes all animals that possess, at some point in their life cycle, a notochord, a dorsal nerve cord, pharyngeal slits, and a post-anal tail. Within this phylum, the Indochinese tiger falls under the class Mammalia. Mammals are distinguished by characteristics such as hair or fur, the production of milk by females for feeding their young, and the presence of 3 middle ear bones. These tigers are part of the order Carnivora, indicating they are meat-eaters with adaptations that allow them to capture and consume other animals. The family Felidae encompasses the Indochinese tiger, which includes all other big cats such as lions, leopards, and jaguars. This family is part of the suborder Feliformia, which groups cats with other carnivorous animals that have similar skull shapes and behavioral traits. Within the Felidae family, tigers belong to the genus Panthera, which is known for species capable of roaring due to an adaptation in their larynx. Specifically, the Indochinese tiger is a subspecies of Panthera tigris, commonly referred to as the tiger. In 1968, this specific population was classified as Panthera tigris corbeti by Vratislav Mazik, named in honor of Jim Corbett, a renowned hunter and conservationist. The taxonomy of the Indochinese tiger reflects its unique characteristics and evolutionary pathway, distinguishing it from other tiger subspecies by features such as skull dimensions, fur coloration, and striping pattern. Understanding these classifications helps us appreciate not just the biodiversity of our planet but also the specific ecological roles that the Indochinese tiger plays in its natural habitat. In this part of our journey into the world of the Indochinese tiger, we focus on the physical and biological traits that set this tiger apart from its cousins in the wild. Each characteristic helps the tiger adapt to its environment and makes it the incredible predator it is. Firstly, let's talk about the tiger's coloration and markings. The Indochinese tiger sports a darker ground color compared to other tiger subspecies, such as the Bengal or Siberian tigers. Its stripes are more numerous, narrower, and closer together, which is thought to help it blend into the dense and shadowy forest environments of Southeast Asia. According to studies, an Indochinese tiger can have between 21 and 31 stripes. This striping pattern is not just for camouflage. It's as unique to each tiger as fingerprints are to humans. Size-wise, the Indochinese tiger is generally smaller than the Bengal and Siberian tigers but still formidable. Males can measure from 255 to 285 centimeters from head to tail and weigh between 150 to 195 kilograms. Females are slightly smaller, ranging in size from 230 to 255 centimeters and weighing between 100 to 130 kilograms. This smaller size may be an adaptation to the denser, more restrictive environments of the forests and mountains where they live, allowing them to maneuver more easily through thick undergrowth. The skull of the Indochinese tiger is also distinctively smaller than that of the Bengal tiger, with changes that might reflect dietary adaptations. For instance, their powerful jaws and teeth are perfectly designed for grasping and incapacitating prey swiftly, which is essential for a predator that might need to tackle agile or large animals like deer or wild boar. Beyond physical appearance, the Indochinese tiger exhibits fascinating behaviors that are crucial for its survival. These tigers are solitary creatures, each inhabiting its own territory, which they mark using scent markings to communicate with other tigers and establish boundaries. Males typically have larger territories than females, which not only helps in finding more food but also in attracting mates. Speaking of reproduction, the Indochinese tiger, like most tigers, has a gestation period of about 3.5 months, typically giving birth to 2 to 3 cubs. These cubs are dependent on their mother for the first 18 months of their lives, during which she teaches them how to hunt and survive in the wild. In conclusion, the unique characteristics of the Indochinese tiger, from its distinctive stripes to its smaller stature and solitary behavior, all play critical roles in its adaptation to the landscapes of Southeast Asia. Understanding these traits helps us appreciate not only the beauty but also the ecological importance of these magnificent creatures. Habitat and distribution. As we explore the world of the Indochinese tiger, it's crucial to understand where this elusive big cat calls home. The Indochinese tiger's range once spanned across much of Southeast Asia, but today, it's significantly reduced and fragmented due to human activities and environmental changes. The current geographical range of the Indochinese tiger is primarily confined to isolated parts of Myanmar and Thailand. These countries host the last bastions of hope for this subspecies, with the largest known population found in Thailand. Specifically, the Western Forest Complex in Thailand, including the Wai Kha Kang Wildlife Sanctuary, serves as a stronghold for these tigers, housing more than half of the total population. In Myanmar, areas such as the Hukawing Valley, Hdamanthe Wildlife Sanctuary, and the Tenasserim Hills have confirmed the presence of the Indochinese tiger. These regions represent some of the most extensive forested areas in Southeast Asia, providing the necessary cover and prey base that these big cats require. Recent camera trap surveys in the hill forests of Kayin State have also indicated a small but vital presence of tigers, showing that even more remote and less explored areas still harbor these majestic animals. The tiger's range in these countries is characterized by tropical and subtropical moist broadleaf forests. These dense, often mountainous forests provide not only the camouflage necessary for hunting and protection but also the rich biodiversity that supports a healthy diet for these apex predators. The complex terrain and the relatively lower human presence in these protected areas help maintain a safer environment for the tigers. However, it's important to note that the Indochinese tiger's historical range was much more extensive, including Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and southern China. In Laos and Vietnam, the tiger is feared to be functionally extinct in the wild, with no confirmed sightings in several years, highlighting the critical conservation challenges facing this subspecies. The stark reduction in their habitat and the fragmentation of their range pose severe threats to the remaining populations, as it leads to genetic isolation and increased human-wildlife conflict. Conservation efforts are thus focused on not only protecting these last strongholds but also on reconnecting fragmented habitats where possible, to allow for natural migration and gene flow between populations. In conclusion, the current range of the Indochinese tiger is a shadow of its former expanse. Conservation areas in Thailand and Myanmar are now critical to the survival of this tiger subspecies, underscoring the urgent need for continued and enhanced conservation measures to prevent the further decline of these iconic big cats. Diet and behavior. In this section, we'll explore the diet and hunting strategies of the Indochinese tiger, revealing how this apex predator has adapted to dominate the ecosystems of Southeast Asia. Understanding the tiger's prey preferences and hunting techniques offers insight into its role in maintaining the balance of its natural habitat. The Indochinese tiger is a carnivorous predator, primarily feeding on a variety of ungulate, hoofed species. The tiger's diet includes larger prey such as sambar deer, wild boar, and banteng, as well as smaller animals like muntjac, barking deer, and serow. Occasionally, these tigers have been known to take down even larger and more formidable animals such as young gaur or Asian elephant calves, showcasing their incredible strength and hunting prowess. These tigers employ a hunting strategy that relies on stealth and power. Their striped coat provides camouflage in the dappled light of the forest, allowing them to blend into their surroundings seamlessly. The Indochinese tiger stalks its prey silently, using cover to approach as close as possible. Once within range, the tiger launches a quick and powerful attack, often targeting the neck or throat to quickly immobilize and kill its prey. The dense, rugged terrain of their habitat supports this hunting style, as the thick undergrowth and sudden clearings provide both cover and space for these sudden bursts of speed. Tigers are solitary hunters, and their success rates per hunt are relatively low, which means they must be highly efficient when opportunities arise. After a successful kill, a tiger can eat up to 40 kilograms, 88 pounds, of meat in one sitting, though they may go several days without eating if prey is scarce. Indochinese tigers also have adapted their hunting patterns to their environments. In areas where human activity is more pronounced, tigers may become more nocturnal to avoid contact. In more remote areas, they may hunt during the day. This flexibility in behavior is crucial for their survival in varying conditions across their range. In addition to their role as predators, tigers are also important in controlling the population of prey species, which helps maintain a healthy balance in the ecosystem. By preying on the weakest or most vulnerable animals, tigers help ensure that the prey populations are strong and resilient. Social structure and territory. In this part of our exploration, we focus on the social structure and territorial behaviors of the Indochinese tiger, which are key to understanding not only how these magnificent animals interact with each other but also how they manage their habitat. The Indochinese tiger, like most tiger subspecies, is a solitary animal. This means they live, hunt, and patrol their territories alone for the majority of their lives. This solitary nature is crucial for their survival as it reduces competition for resources such as food and mating opportunities. Each tiger maintains its own territory, which can vary significantly in size depending on several factors, including habitat quality, prey availability, and the presence of neighboring tigers. In the dense forests of Southeast Asia, a male tiger's territory can cover approximately 100 square kilometers, although this can be larger in less dense areas. Females typically have smaller territories, about 20 to 60 square kilometers, which may overlap with the territories of one or more males. These territories are marked and maintained through the use of scent markings, vocalizations, and physical signs such as scratch marks on trees. Scent marking is done by spraying urine mixed with scent gland secretions on trees, bushes, and the ground, which communicates the presence and reproductive status of the tiger to others in the area. The importance of these territories is multifaceted. They provide a secure area where tigers can hunt and breed. Territories also help to prevent conflict between tigers, as the boundaries are generally respected by neighbors. However, overlaps do occur, especially between the territories of males and females, which is crucial during the breeding season. Breeding can occur at any time of year, but it is typically more common in cooler months. After a gestation period of about 104 days, the female gives birth to a litter of 2 to 4 cubs. The cubs are born blind and helpless and rely entirely on their mother for survival during their first few months. The mother raises her cubs without any assistance from the male, teaching them to hunt and navigate their environment until they are old enough to establish territories of their own. Interestingly, while tigers are generally solitary, mothers and their cubs form a strong familial bond during the cubs' dependent years. This period is critical as cubs learn all the skills required to survive on their own in the wild. In conclusion, the social structure and territorial behavior of the Indochinese tiger are integral to their survival. These behaviors not only facilitate effective management of space and resources but also play a crucial role in the reproductive success of the species. Understanding these aspects of tiger behavior helps us appreciate the complexity of these creatures and highlights the importance of protecting their habitats to ensure their future. Threats to survival. In this segment, we address one of the most critical challenges facing the Indochinese tiger: poaching and the illegal wildlife trade. Despite international and local efforts to protect these magnificent creatures, illegal hunting and trade continue to pose a severe threat to their survival. Poaching, primarily driven by the high demand for tiger parts in traditional medicine, decoration, and as status symbols, remains a persistent and deadly threat. Parts such as bones, skins, and even organs of tigers are highly valued on the black market, particularly in nearby countries. Tiger bone, for instance, has been used in traditional medicine for over 1,500 years, believed to treat a range of ailments from arthritis to epilepsy, despite no scientific evidence supporting these claims. The mechanics of the trade are both complex and shadowy. Poachers use a variety of methods to kill tigers, from steel wire snares to firearms. The risk is heightened by the fact that even a small number of tigers taken from the wild can have a significant impact on the already dwindling populations. Once a tiger is killed, its parts are quickly smuggled through an underground network of traffickers to be processed and sold in markets where wildlife trade regulations are poorly enforced. Moreover, tiger farms, particularly those in neighboring countries, contribute to this issue by masquerading as conservation efforts or tourist attractions while secretly breeding tigers for the illegal trade. Investigations have revealed that many of these farms are fronts for the commercial trade of tiger parts, undermining genuine conservation work and stimulating market demand. Efforts to combat poaching and illegal trade include stricter enforcement of international laws such as those mandated by CITES, the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, national bans on trade, and increased penalties for wildlife crimes. However, enforcement is often challenging due to corruption, lack of resources, and the sheer profitability of the trade. Conservationists also work closely with local communities to reduce dependence on poaching for livelihood by providing alternative income sources and educating about the ecological importance of tigers. Technology, such as the use of camera traps and drones, is increasingly being employed to monitor tiger populations and poaching activities. Conclusion: as we come to the end of our exploration of the Indochinese tiger, it's clear that the plight of this majestic creature is a poignant reminder of the broader environmental and conservation challenges facing our planet. The survival of the Indochinese tiger hangs in a delicate balance, influenced by human activity, environmental changes, and the global commitment to biodiversity conservation. Throughout this presentation, we've delved into the scientific aspects of the Indochinese tiger, from its unique physical characteristics to its behavior and ecological role within Southeast Asian forests. We've seen how this apex predator not only shapes the ecosystem but also symbolizes the wild beauty and intrinsic value of our natural world. We've also confronted the stark realities threatening the survival of the Indochinese tiger: poaching, illegal trade, habitat loss, and human-wildlife conflict. These challenges are daunting but not insurmountable. The conservation efforts we've discussed, including legal protections, habitat restoration, community engagement, and scientific research, are rays of hope in the fight to save these tigers. The story of the Indochinese tiger is not just about conservation. It's about our relationship with nature and our role as stewards of the earth. It's a call to action for each of us to consider how we can contribute to preserving the natural world, not just for tigers but for all species, including ourselves. In closing, let us remember that conservation is a shared responsibility that extends beyond borders and generations. By supporting tiger conservation, either through direct contributions, spreading awareness, or advocating for policy changes, we participate in a global effort to preserve the diversity of life on Earth. Let's ensure that the roar of the Indochinese tiger continues to echo through the forests of Southeast Asia, a testament to our collective will to protect our planet's irreplaceable treasures. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of the Indochinese tiger. For more information on how you can help or to stay updated on conservation efforts, check the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get notifications for our latest videos here on Animal Realm.